Hello, my name is Ryan Bragg, and this is my family.
Hello, my name is Shannon Bragg.
And my name is Jenny, and this is our daughter, Clara.
Clara was born in April of 2014, and I remember when we found out we were having a daughter, we were so very excited. We already had Tanner. He was about 2.5 at the time, and we felt like it was a perfect balance for our family. We really felt like the family was going to be complete.
When we found out that we were pregnant with another child, we were very excited. We had always said we wanted a boy and a girl, and we found out that our second child was going to be a girl, and we were ecstatic. We were very happy and felt like our family was going to be complete with our little boy and our little girl, and we were over the moon about the pregnancy. We first saw signs of Clara's developmental delays when she was about 13 months. Until that time, she had developed completely normally. There were no problems with her, and she was right on track and hit every milestone. But we noticed that she was not walking at the time that she should be at about 13 months, and she's always been a little high on the growth charts. So we thought that maybe she just was having a hard time with that. But as time progressed in the following months, more signs came up of her being behind, and then she started losing the few words that she did have. When we received Clara's diagnosis of GM1, we were absolutely devastated. We had no idea that we could get a diagnosis like this. We felt just heartbroken and hopeless over the diagnosis. GM1 is a terminal disease, and we were told that she was going to die at a very early age.
GM1 is a very rare genetic disease. It's grouped into a family of diseases called storage diseases, and what all of them are basically recycling problems. The body is unable to break down certain chemicals. In the case of GM1, it's a protein that the body normally uses in day-to-day life. But when a child like Clara is unable to break those down, those proteins accumulate, and in her case, they're accumulating in her brain cells, and they're inhibiting other function. It's a neurodegenerative disease. It's highly progressive, and that means that as time goes on, it will continue to get worse and worse. She will continue to lose more and more abilities, and it can be accompanied by a variety of pretty terrible symptoms, including blindness, deafness, inability to eat on their own, seizures, and a whole host of other things. The one silver lining in this tragic situation is that we've discovered that a cure already exists. When we received the diagnosis, we were told that there's no hope, and we needed to take her home and love her for a very short time before we lost her. We realized with a little bit of research that that's not the case. 38 years worth of research at Auburn University and the University of Massachusetts in Boston has led the world's 2 leading GM1 researchers to a cure. And in fact, starting 6 years ago, they've been experimenting on animals, and the very first animals that they treated 6 years ago are still alive and exhibit no signs of disease. So there's no limit to what it can do in humans, but the obstacle is getting this into a human trial. The process is already underway, paperwork's been filed. The biggest limitation now is getting funding so that we can start this trial in 2017 for Clara and for other GM1 kids.
The amount that we need to raise at this point, including what we have, not including what we have already raised, is close to $700,000. Having a special needs child like Clara is a very trying task day to day. Clara needs a lot of attention. She needs a lot of therapy. She currently is going to the Bell Center where she receives therapy 4 times a week, and she does outpatient therapy at Hand in Hand and receives early intervention. But we feel so blessed to have her as our child because we love her so much. Our fundraising efforts have been nonstop since we came out with Clara's diagnosis to all of our friends and family. We have done all kinds of fundraising. All of these pieces moving at the same time has really made such a difference in getting us closer to our goal and closer to the amount of money that needs to be raised to get this trial in 2017.
I started thinking of ways that I could show my appreciation to clients for this past year. And I decided what better way to show appreciation than to give back to people that are in need. I attended a mastermind event that was hosted by Jenny Williams, and during her segment where she spoke, she told this story about this little girl, and she read her story to the audience. And as she was reading that story, I just started crying, and it really just touched my heart. When I found out at the mastermind event about Clara's condition, I immediately reached down to get my purse so that I could give Yana Woodruff, who was the Bragg's realtor, a donation to give to them. And unfortunately at that time, I actually didn't even bring my purse in. And I had to leave the mastermind event early because I had a closing that day. And I never stopped thinking about it after that. And I just continued to think over and over and over again, how can I help this family? What can I do to really impact their situation and this little girl's need? I feel that what can be done beyond today is just making sure that people hear their story, that people share their story. Even if people only donate a very small amount, even $1, $5, it really doesn't matter. As we approach the holiday seasons and we move into the new year, that we're celebrating, but there's so many families that still need so much. And we just need to make sure that we do our part for other people as well. It's just amazing that these people are opening their wounds for people to see, because they are dealing with the fact that their daughter is going to pass away if she does not get this help. To know that there are people that are out there that want to help you and that are going to do what they can to make sure that your stories are told and that people and that light is shown on this disease.
The amount of support that we've had, both from personal networks as well as internally at work and professional networks, has really been overwhelming, and it really helped us move the needle a lot towards making this trial happen.
As truly terrible and heartbreaking as this experience has been with our daughter, our family has been completely overwhelmed with the response that we have received from our friends, our family, our community, and even complete strangers in helping us reach our goal in raising funds. And it has really served as a very bright light in a very dark time in our life. And we are very grateful for everyone who has helped us during this time.
As you can imagine, this has been the hardest thing we've ever had to go through. Nothing else even comes close. But the outpouring of kindness, of generosity, of just absolute love from everywhere has really been very therapeutic for us. It's been something that helps us get through the situation, helps lift us up on dark days, and we can never ever repay that kindness, and we'll be eternally indebted to all the people who have stepped up to help support Clara and other sick kids with GM1 get this trial. Thank you so much from the bottom of our hearts.
Thank you all again so much for watching this video. In addition to the Bragg family, my teammate Jeremy Miller also interviewed the Keller family, who is looking to bring 3 children into their home. I would encourage you guys to go on over to his page on Facebook and find that story in that video.
We can't express enough the importance of this. We're both very passionate about, giving back in a way that is bringing exposure to these folks' needs. You have a family who's trying to make their family whole. You have a family who's trying to save their child. And it is on you to not ignore this. It is so important that you share, you donate if you're so compelled. And just once again, we appreciate you so much. And we hope that you just have a happy holiday.
Happy holidays.